Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we are sharing my 2022 makeup favourites. Now, I didn't purchase that much new makeup this year. I was sent quite a bit in PR, which I am extremely grateful for, but I kind of really toned back my makeup spending and just really wanted to whittle down my collection to only things that I really loved. So while we may not have that many things to talk about, the things that I have to mention are mwah, they are beautiful. But before we get into talking about my makeup favourites, I just want to thank today's video sponsor, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring today's video. Now, I've loved Ana Luisa for years. I was a customer with them way before they even decided to sponsor my content, and we all know how much I absolutely love and adore Ana Luisa. If you don't know, they are a sustainable jewellery brand based in New York City, and all of their jewellery pieces are absolutely stunning, and they are made from recycled materials. Majority of them are 14 karat gold plated, which I love. I am a gold person through and through and through. They do offer silver pieces too, so if you are more into silver jewellery, they recently did add silver to their line. But I absolutely love that Ana Luisa is making jewellery pieces that are absolutely stunning and beautiful at quite a good price, and they are also good for the environment and made from recycled materials. Like, that speaks to my soul deeply. And they are currently holding their big end of year sale. So from the 20th of December to the 10th of January, you can shop their sale for 20% off site-wide and up to 70% off selected pieces, which if you've never tried Ana Luisa, honestly, now is the time. They make beautiful gifts for other people. The pieces that I have quite the Ana Luisa collection at the moment, and I am slowly, like, making everybody around me get into Ana Luisa. For example, one of my partner's Christmas gifts, I got him an Ana Luisa little zodiac necklace because his sign is Cancer, and he told me that he wanted to get into jewellery more. And I was like, okay, I got you. Their pieces are so high quality, they do not tarnish on me, and I wear their necklaces literally every single day. I'm wearing one right now, but you can't see. I'm wearing their Sam necklace, which is the 2 rings that you're seeing in this overlap right here. And I recently got into their rings as well. I'm actually wearing their emery ring right here, and it is so stunning. It has synthetic opal in it, and opal is one of my favourite stones of all time. It's just so shifty and magical. Anything like opal moonstone, those are my favourites. And honestly, this is one of the few rings that has actually fit my hands. I have quite tiny hands, and their ring sizes do fit small hands. So treat yourself with this Ana Luisa sale, grab a gift for your loved ones as well. They make fantastic gifts, I would know. And if you shop via my link in the description down below and use my code SkyTheCloud20, you will save 20% off. Thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. I love you guys so much. And let's get right on into talking about some amazing makeup products. I will make a video talking about my updated all-time favorite products, which includes everything in each different category, but I'm just talking about things that I found this year that I've really loved. So let's talk about them. I've been waffling for so long, let's get into the products. So this first one is an unexpected favorite. Well, I knew that I would like it, but it was a spontaneous purchase, and it is the Patrick Tar Blush Duo, the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo in She's Baked. Now I'm holding it like this, and you can see the camera, hello, that's me. It looks like this on the inside, and this is what I love about this packaging, right? You have your cream on top and your powder on the bottom, and the cream is separated with a plastic little cover, which I'm gonna try and refrain holding this blush up because it messes with my lighting so much. Anything super reflective always screws with my camera. But that is a genius idea. I think every brand that has a cream and powder blush duo, please do this because it prevents the blush powder from getting into the cream. It's genius. I'm actually wearing this blush today. I am wearing the cream side, just the cream side on my cheeks today, and this tone of blush is absolutely stunning. It really flatters almost every single makeup look that I do. Especially more mauvey pink tones and blues. The lasting power of this blush is actually kind of ridiculous. I have oily skin and I find that it doesn't fade or look nasty throughout the day. And when I mean by look nasty, I mean that some cream blushes, they kind of gather on my skin and they can just easily slip off. But the cream side in this blush just does not move. It's super creamy and emollient, but It's so nicely pigmented too. Like, these blushes are really pigmented. And with the cream side, you can easily sheer it out and make it less intense if you don't really want a super heavy blush look. I usually always do. I kind of toned it down a little bit today. The powder side is like a matte, but not a flat matte. It is super like buttery and smooth on the cheeks and just makes you look healthy. Like, this blush formula is luxurious. Every time I wear it, every time I use it, I just feel like I look sophisticated and I feel expensive, which is a good sign because this is an expensive blush. Is this my most expensive blush in my collection? Probably. This was also my first time trying Patrick Ta Beauty, and I am so excited to try more from them because, like, I absolutely love, love, love this blush formula. I do want to get more colours, but the issue is that as much as I love this packaging, the fact that the name is on the back here and there's no like way to differentiate like what color is in what compact. Like, you'd have to open each one, which is quite annoying. I wish all brands would do a thing where like the sticker on the back like mimicked the same color that was on the inside, because I think that's just such an easy way to have like uniform packaging but also make it practical so you can easily see what you have. I mean, it's probably not a big deal for people with like, you know, 3 blushes, but I have quite a lot. I should do a blush collection video at some point, an updated one. That's me being nitpicky, and apart from that and the price tag being quite hefty, honestly, this is my favourite blush in my collection right now. I love you so much, and I really want the peachy shades. Rightio, talking about highlighter. So this year I've kind of strayed away from highlighter. Like, honestly, the only highlighters I've been wearing are this one I'm about to talk about and my iridescent shadows as highlight. I've just not been a highlight boy lately. I kind of got off of it, which is kind of sad, but like, you know, things change. And I am quite sad because it's from a brand that I don't really support anymore. And I'm just gonna say this right now just so it's out of the way because I do have a few Colourpop products to mention. I did get on Colourpop's PR list earlier this year and I wanted to give them another chance, and because I did used to really like the brand, but I kind of took a break from them after like some controversy and stuff, and I just didn't. They left a bad taste in my mouth and they reached out to send me PR. I was like, okay, I feel like they've made quite a bit of change and I do want to give them a second chance because, you know, why not? And I did get a few packages from them and they seemed to have made change. However, they did a collaboration with Harry Potter, an official licensed collab with J.K. Rowling. And I'm not gonna get into my thoughts and opinions on J.K. Rowling because this is a positive video. We don't want to bring that energy in here. I know that Harry Potter was a big part of my childhood and a lot of other people's childhoods, but for me personally, like, I just cannot support a brand that doesn't really care or see the issue with collaborating and giving this awful woman more money. Yeah, that's just not a brand that I really fancy associating myself with. However, that being said, I do have a few Colourpop products today to mention because they have unfortunately become really big favourites, and I don't want to lie to y'all and say that I don't like them, because I mean, at the end of the day, get good products. And if you want to buy from Colourpop, then these are good recommendations from you. I'm not telling you who to support or not, this is just me and my personal opinions. Either way, the highlight that I want to mention, and this is just stunning. This is stunning. I need to find another, like, alternative for, like, this formula. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Highlight in the shade Moon Peach. Now, this came out with their Avatar collection. I've never seen Avatar, both the blue alien version and also the animated, like, series. I've never seen Avatar. I don't know dick about Avatar. I don't know what Moon Peach is meant to mention, but, like, this is stunning. You can see the dip that I have in it. It is basically like a peachy base with a ton of peach, silver, and blue shine to it. It originally was like nice and marbled when I first got it, but obviously the marbling is gone now. This formula, this is their pearlized formula, specifically in their Super Shock Cheek formula. Now, I had never tried their Super Shock highlights before. I tried their Super Shock shadows, and I really like them. Highlights and their other cheek products, no. But I understand the hype completely. This looks, I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, it is so glowy and wet looking, and because of the formula, it just melts into my skin so seamlessly. Like, this is my favorite thing out of that, like, Avatar collection. It didn't, like, the collection was pretty, didn't really speak to me, but this, I did not expect to love it as much as I do. I have been reaching into this constantly. Even though I've not been in a highlight mood this year, this as just, I mean, look at that. It's just so glossy on the cheeks. And because it has that blue shine, it has a bit of interest to it, as well as it having like a peachy base. This is just brilliant. This is so brilliant. I love it very, 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 very much. And I need to see what other like brands have like Super Shock kind of like squishy putty formulas, because this type of formula, I just love it. I think my skin gets down with it. It's so good. It's brilliant. Rightio, so now we're going to be talking about the eye products. So let's talk about eyeliners first. Now these are also from Colourpop, also from their Avatar collection, but again, these are unexpected favorites. I didn't think that I would like use these eyeliners so much. Like, it's ridiculous. These 3 shades specifically. Now, I do not know if these are still available, but these are the shades right here. We have like a ruby, like metallic, a bronze, copper metallic, and a sort of like champagne-y metallic as well. And the shades are Fiery Fierce, Groundbreaker, and Blown Away. Now, I am wearing Blown Away and Groundbreaker today, and these 3, right? Okay, this ruby shade, this Fiery Fierce shade, is so unique to my collection. I have nothing like it. It is such a beautiful shade to complement any red looks, pink looks, even like warm, smoky eyes. This just matches so beautifully, and I think it complements my hair color and eye color really nicely. Like, it really just brings out the honey tones. And I have been doing a lot of like neutral makeup this year. I feel like this has been my year where I have just been really, 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 really into neutrals, and these eyeliners have complemented every single look, and I love these shades. And I just can't stop using them. I can see myself like finishing these like next year. I feel like I should do like an unofficial project pan, because these will be gone. But at the same time, I don't want to finish these because that means they would be gone. Okay, we're moving on to singles right now. So I have some single shadows and a loose pigment and like a standalone shadow. So let's talk about the standalone first. And I won't harp on this for too long because this is like a cult favorite, and I understand why. It is Colourpop's Ritz. I am wearing this on my lid today kind of as a top coat to the rest of my look, but it is just like a cool toned, like beige base with a ton of beige and silver shine to it. This is the most beautiful like twinkly top coat eyeshadow. That's what I would like describe it. And because it's that putty formula, it layers on top of other eyeshadows so nicely. And it's just, because it is slightly sheer too, it gives your eyes the most glossy, twinkly effect. And I love it so much. Like, honestly, I remember especially in the summer when it was so bloody hot, I remember all I would do is like put mascara, cheek products, and then this all over my lid and just blend it out the edges with my fingers, and it just made my eyes look so glossy and stunning. Ugh, Ritz. I understand why everyone loves you, and deserved. You're popular for a reason. A loose pigment that we're going to be talking about, and this is from Titmouse Cosmetics. They are a UK-based indie brand. I did get this sent in PR. Oh, I forgot to mention, all of the Colourpop stuff was PR, and anything else that's PR I will say. And you're not really going to be able to see this that well in the container, but actually if I open up the lid, because I know there's some products like in the lid, this is a beautiful, like, sheer, sparkly, like, multi-chrome pigment. As you can see it in the lid right there, it, like, has, like, a pinky base, but it shines to, like, pink, gold, blue, and green. And I'll show you, like, here. You'll probably be able to see the shine. This is such a beautiful complementary shade to a lot of looks that I have been doing, and I love it so much. Did I mention that it's called Prague? I don't remember if I mentioned the shade name. And I can actually see, right? I can actually see that I'm like halfway done with this loose pigment. I have been using this so much. Again, in the summer especially, when I just didn't know what I wanted to do, I would put like, you have to have a tacky base with this because it is a loose pigment and it is quite like sparkly and like explodey a little bit. But once you put on a tacky base and then just lay this on top, my goodness, it gives you the most beautiful pink, blue, gold shine. And especially when I wear like pink makeup looks, or even like purple, like this complements purple makeup looks beautifully. This is my go-to, like single. This is the one that I think to use. And that's saying something because I normally am just not really a loose pigment person, but this, I actively like want to reach for it and I actively think I'm using that shade today, which is saying something. I do love the other shades that came in this kaleidoscopic loose pigments collection. I do like the other shades, but this one is like the standout to me. Rightio, some single shadows. Now I have curated a little 9-pan of my favorite single shadows, like single pans this year. And I don't think any of y'all are gonna be surprised when I mention what brand has stolen my heart completely. Terra Cosmetics. Bro, I love Terra Moons with my whole heart and soul. I love them dearly, and these are like my favorite shades. Oh, okay, that's saying something because I have a lot of favorites, but these are the ones that I've used the most this year that have stood out to me, and I will go through the shade names right now. So we have Shattered Stars, Coalescence, Radiation, Snow Globe, Zero Gravity, Red Giant, Half Moon, The Cosmos, and Ceres. I am wearing Half Moon on my inner corners today. It is such a beautiful twinkly, like, blue shade. Ceres is a beautiful peach denim blue. The Cosmos, I mean, does she even need an introduction? Everyone knows her. Everyone loves her. Like, Terra Moons are my favorite single shadow brand. As much as I love Cleona and a bunch of others, Terra Moons is the MVP to me, and I'm so glad that I got to expand my Terra Moons collection this year, and these shades I've been wearing non-stop, just reaching into. And I know that they just released their new winter collection, and I know for a fact that I will be placing another Terra Moons order, and when I do, you will be getting a video on it because, yes, I love Terra Moons so much, and as you can see, I have a couple pans in here. I can see myself, like, hitting pan on almost every single Terra Moons eyeshadow I own. They are just incredible. I think they are so worth it, and also their shipping to the UK is really fast. I think, like, since I ordered, like, I remember the last time I ordered, it took like 4 days from the US. What? Any of my international friends know that, like, international shipping can be an absolute nightmare, both pricing wise and like shipping time. But Terra Moons, they said I am speed. And also a lot of people have Terra Moons codes, so save a bit of money. And they also have like fun sales and all that. But yeah, love Terra Moons, just fallen deeper in love with them this year. Rightio, now let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. And there are 4 palettes, can I count? Yes, 4 palettes this year that have really stolen my heart. 3 of them were sent in PR, 1 of them was purchased. And I mean, there's a bit of a theme. There's a bit of a theme with the palettes, and you will see it. But let's start off with the smallest palette first, and this is the Fantasy Cosmetica Sorcerer palette. I tried Fantasy Cosmetica for the first time this year, and man, I love them. I have all of their palettes, but Sorcerer surprisingly took my heart. I thought the Bard palette, or even the Druid palette, was going to be my favourite. I love all 3 of their palettes, but for some reason Sorcerer is just magnificent. I think it's because of the textures in here. Like, I love these 3 squishy, like, putty shadows. They basically feel like Colourpop Super Shock shadows, and look at how shifty they are. Polymorph right here, oh, I love shades like that. Arcane as well, that is a shade that I used so much, especially in the summer. Their matte formula is beautiful. I think Fantasy Cosmetica are heavily underrated. I feel like they're gonna become like one of the more popular indie brands. I'm pretty sure they actually opened this year. Was it last year? I don't remember. They're a fairly new brand, and honestly, I am so impressed with their formula. Their mattes are so pigmented, blend out beautifully. The pinks do stain, but that's to be expected because they are pink eyeshadows after all. There's even a jewel-toned, like, black-based multi-chrome in here, which is mad. The fact that it's in this little palette is adorable. The only shade that I don't like is Wild Magic. I find that it just turns grey on my eyes and doesn't blend out nicely and is quite patchy. But apart from that, I love this shade Empower. Oh my god, this is the most beautiful deep purple of my dreams. I also love the theming of Fantasy Cosmetica. I mean, they're themed around fantasy, and this is, you know, the sorcerer. And I remember playing Skyrim for the first time and having a mage build, absolutely loving it. And I remember playing World of Warcraft as well. My highest level character was like level 82 and it was a mage, and it was a Frost Arcane mage, and this whole vibe just reminds me of Holy Flaps. Yes, that was the name of my mage. Yes, my older brother named it. No, I did not know what it meant. Rightio, let's talk about the newest palette in my collection, and even though I only got this like 2 months ago now, I think, yeah, 2 months ago, it's quickly shot up to being one of my favorite palettes, like definitely in like the top 5, I have to say. And it is the Blend Bunny All Done Up palette. Oh my god, y'all. I finally tried Blend Bunny for the first time this year. I bought this one and Surge, and while I do love Surge, it is beautiful, I haven't used it enough or felt drawn to it quite like I have with All Done Up. This, man, this palette is absolutely phenomenal. The way that Blend Bunny organizes their palettes just makes my heart scream. We have pastels, like mid-tone mattes, beautiful saturated deep jewel tone mattes, and then we have a row of shimmers. And I believe that the shimmer formula in here, like Surge's shimmers, they're not that great. I mean, they're okay, a couple of them are nice, but they're not, compared to this, they're like nothing special. These are so foiled and metallic and sparkly, they pack a punch. I mean, you can see in the pan, like they are basically comparable to like Terra Moons. These tones are the tones that I have been really gravitating towards this year, like the beautiful like caca tones, like these greens, like this like 9 pan right here in the center is what I've really been into. And I'ma say it, Blend Bunny mattes are in the top, my top 3 favorite matte formulas. That's it. That's I said it. I completely understand why Blend Bunny is so beloved in the indie makeup community and so like hyped, because honestly these mattes are the most pigmented, blendable, buttery, easy to work with mattes I've ever used. Like, I had absolutely no issues with any of them, especially I am a wench for deep mattes. Anytime, like I love deep mattes to do eyeliner with, I love them to deepen up a look obviously, and I find that a lot of palettes don't go deep enough, or they don't have like, their deep mattes, they get patchy, they're not like delicious and like punchy. These are punchy and intense, and I'm such a slag for Blend Bunny, honestly. I have used this palette so much, like an obscene amount, and I remember I was gonna wait to do a video with this palette as my first impression, but I literally couldn't help myself. I was just ravenous. I have used this palette so many times, and I just love her. I was tempted to get Dollhouse, but I thought that it was slightly too big for me with the amount of neutrals, but honestly now that I like have this one, I'm like, I want Dollhouse so bad. But Dollhouse is quite similar to my other favorite palette of this year, which we will talk about right now, and it's the palette that I'm wearing on my eyes today, along with the few singles. And oh man, again, I really did not expect to fall so head over heels in love with this palette. It's Glaminatrix Nearly Natural, like bro, honestly, ever since I got this palette in PR, I have not been able to shut up about it. I just opened it and I'm just like, take me to another world. It is just magnificent. The shimmers in here are incredibly wet looking and like sparkly, very much like the Blend Bunny metallics. The deep mattes in here are rich, pigmented, beautiful, again, like the Blend Bunny deep mattes. The amount of variety in this palette is what I love about it. Like, it's not just like a like one note neutral palette. Like, I'm very picky when it comes to my neutrals. I love neutrals just as much as I love colours, but I need to have variety. I have to, otherwise I get really bored and I'm just like, ugh, it's all beige, it's all warm tone beige, I'm bored. But this has your mauves, your olives, your warm, like warm browns, even like your cooler tones here. It has so much variety in it, and the shimmers, and there's even golds too. The shimmers in here are so beautiful and out of this world incredible. Again, I am wearing this palette on my eyes today, and I'll come a bit closer so you can see. I don't know if you can really, like, I don't know if the camera is really gonna show how beautiful this palette is, but I have been wearing this palette non-stop, honestly, this is just one of the best palettes I've ever tried. And the fact that Glaminatrix also, like, every single pan in here is magnetic inside it, so you can pop them out and put them with your singles if you wanted to, like, arrange them with your other ones. And at some point I am going to do a Glaminatrix, like, BYOP video, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, this palette, I just want to keep dipping into her all the time. And I have to force myself to use other things. I mean, all of these palettes, every time, like, these 4 palettes are ones that I have to, like, force myself to stop using. And the final palette I have to mention is also from Glaminatrix, and y'all know this was coming too. I won't harp on it for too long, but it is the Nocturnal palette. Bro, I don't know if this palette's still available anymore. There was a lot of, like, is it coming back? Is it not? It came back for a limited stock and then it's gone. I don't know if this is still around. I'm pretty sure they're keeping the singles from this palette around though. I just need a moment of silence for how stunning this is. This is my dream grungy palette. Like, holy shit, the multi-chromes, the duochromes in here are so magical and shifty. The mattes are beautiful, this black shade. Now, I don't usually use black eyeshadow in my makeup looks, but this is the best black I've ever used. Like, oh my god, it's so pigmented and stunning. The shade Constellation is my favorite, like, neutral multi-chrome. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can in the mirror right there. Oh, look at me being a little goblin showing you shifts. Hello! I am coming for Seeking Shift's career on Instagram. I'm coming for her career. Literally, she does not have to worry. The mattes in here are the same Glaminatrix matte formula that I love. I will say that this shade does darken a little bit on the eyes, which I find that every shade that looks like this does, so I'm not really surprised about that. The shade Witching Hour is a little bit difficult to work with. It's a deep plum, but I find that, like, I have to dip into Nearly Natural, like, All Done Up, or even the Sorcerer palette as well, to get, like, a deep plum that, like, blends out a bit better, which I don't really mind, like, one shade out of the lot that doesn't really work for me. I think that's fine. And this shade Obscurity is stunning. Like, oh, again, it does deepen a little bit on the eyes, but I don't really mind. It blends out lovely. And oh, the shimmers in here are beautiful. The packaging is luxurious, that like faux suede. Oh, I love the theming of it. It just makes my heart so happy. Like, this makes me so inspired and so excited to try makeup. And the fact that Glaminatrix is like probably my favorite makeup brand of all time, and that I'm on their PR list is just wild to me. I bloody love Glaminatrix, and oh, Nocturnal is my boy. It's my boy. Okay, and the final product we're gonna be talking about, well, it's technically multiple, but it's from the same line. And I know I mentioned these last year, but I expanded my Kaleidos lip clay collection. Bro, I fucking love these. These are my favorite lipsticks in my collection, along with the Odin's Eye Kiss of a Fairy lipsticks. These are you cannot take these away from me, from my cold dead hands. And yes, they released more lip clays. Yes, I will be buying more. I cannot be stopped. I'm wearing the shade Bear on my lips today, and oh my gosh, this formula, I won't harp on it for too long because I do have a dedicated video lip swatching and reviewing the formula of these, but this formula is so moussey, but it does dry down, and it feels like silicone-y almost. and it's like, it's that beautiful formula that you can blot it down really easily. You can blur your lip line, which I love doing, but you can also have a really precise, like, crisp line if you apply it like that way. They're such a universal product, and they have really brilliant lasting power. Like, they last pretty well through eating, and I find that the only shades that you have to work with a little bit are like the really dark shades. Like, I have Agave, which is the teal shade, and Rubino, which is like the deep, deep blood red. And you do have to work a little bit carefully with those because they can be a bit streaky, but I do find that that is typically the nature of those kind of colours, so I don't really mind it that much. This shade, Adobe, that is my most worn lipstick of the year. That and Bear, like, hang on, let me get you boys. These two. This is my perfect warm toned nude. This is my perfect pink toned nude. Pink, oh my god, I can't speak. Pink toned nude. I love these guys. I don't know why I'm doing this. These are my precious. These are my... I love them so deeply. I have such an intense love affair with the Kaleidos lip glaze, and I feel like if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably getting like a bit annoyed because literally every single time I list what's on my lips, it's one of these. And I'm not gonna stop. You know what? I'm not gonna stop. And it's gonna continue because they released 2 new lip sets, and I'm not gonna be buying all of them, but I will be building my own bundle, including the new shades. But yes, with all of that said and done, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have been talking at you for so long now. Hopefully this video was entertaining to you, listening to some of my favourites. Again, thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Remember, you can shop their sale using my link down below and using the code SkyTheCloud20 for 20% off. They are having their 20% off site-wide sale and 70% off selected items from the 20th of December. God, I've been talking for so long that my voice has given up on me. From the 20th of December to the 10th of January, so you can get yourself a post-Christmas gift for yourself or a loved one, even like a New Year's gift. I mean, in Serbia, we actually don't give gifts on Christmas, we give gifts on New Year's. So if you're a Balkan babe like myself, give your loved one an Ana Luisa gift for New Year's. Again, thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Mwah, I love you guys very much. And yeah, if you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then you can follow me on my Instagram. It's Beauty by Skye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. And if you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Rain Cloud Candles Co. We are a small queer-owned business based in the UK and we make handmade candles and wax melts. Link to shop will be down below along with our social media if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye!